Success is not built on a single moment of brilliance or a lucky break. It's forged in the daily actions we take, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem at first. Every step you take, no matter how tiny, brings you closer to your goals. The difference between those who achieve and those who don't, isn't talent or resources. It's the ability to show up, take action, and keep going day after day. The power to transform your life is in your hands, and it starts with one simple decision: to act today. Part 1, the power of daily action. Action is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. In every area of life, it is the small, consistent actions we take every single day that create the results we desire. It's easy to get distracted by big, grand plans and ideas, but if you can focus on what you can do today, you'll start to see real, meaningful progress. You don't need a giant leap right now, just the next step. And that's the power of daily action. Imagine the feeling of waking up and knowing that you have a purpose for the day. It's not about a random list of things to do. It's about moving forward, even if it's just a small step. You've probably heard people say that success is a series of small, deliberate actions. Well, it's true. What happens when you take that first step, however small it is? It leads to another, and then another. Eventually, you look back and realize that the consistent effort, day in and day out, has turned into something significant. Success is made up of the daily choices you make, even when no one's watching. The challenge for most of us isn't that we don't know what to do. The challenge is overcoming the resistance that holds us back from taking action in the first place. We overthink, we second guess, we wait for the perfect moment. But here's the truth, there is no perfect moment. There is only the moment right in front of you. What matters is what you do with it. You can keep waiting, or you can take action now. This isn't about rushing through tasks either. This is about commitment to progress, no matter how small. Think of it like planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you don't expect it to grow overnight. You water it, you nurture it, you provide it with the right conditions, and over time, it grows into something bigger. Your daily actions are just like that seed. Each time you do something towards your goal, you're watering that seed, nurturing it, creating the environment it needs to thrive. It's easy to focus on the end result and get discouraged when it doesn't come right away. But daily action is not about instant gratification. It's about building momentum day after day. When you show up and do the work, even when you don't feel like it, something starts to shift. The more you do, the more you'll see how much progress you're making. That's where the magic happens. It's not about waiting for a big breakthrough. It's about building towards it step by step. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest obstacles to taking consistent action: procrastination. How many times have you put something off, telling yourself, "I'll do it later"? The truth is, later rarely comes. And if it does, it's usually too late. Procrastination is a thief that steals your time and potential. It tricks you into thinking that you have all the time in the world, when in reality the clock is ticking. The longer you put something off, the harder it becomes to start. The key is to break that cycle. The way to beat procrastination is simple. Start. Don't think about it. Don't wait for the perfect time. Just do anything. Taking that first step, no matter how small, breaks the inertia. Once you start, you'll realize that it wasn't as hard as you thought. That momentum can carry you forward. And once you've built that momentum, it's much easier to keep going. The trick is making that action a habit. We all have habits, whether we realize it or not. Some habits are good, like exercising or reading every day. Others are not so good, like hitting the snooze button 5 times in the morning or watching too much TV. The key is to replace bad habits with good ones, habits that support your goals. If you want to build the habit of taking action, start by doing something every day, no matter how small. If you want to write a book, write a paragraph. If you want to get fit, do a few minutes of exercise. If you want to learn something new, spend 30 minutes each day studying. Consistency is what builds habits, and habits are what build success. In time, what was once hard becomes second nature. Action becomes a part of who you are, not something you have to force yourself to do. You don't think about brushing your teeth, you just do it because it's a habit. Imagine what would happen if you could turn your productive actions into habits. You wouldn't have to struggle with procrastination anymore. You wouldn't have to rely on motivation. You'd just show up and do the work. But there's another powerful force at play when it comes to consistent action, the compound effect. The compound effect is simple, small actions, repeated over time, lead to massive results. It's not about doing one huge thing, it's about doing the right thing every day. Over time, those small actions compound and build on each other. Think about saving money. If you put away just a little bit each day, it adds up over time. You might not see it growing right away, but if you keep at it, you'll see that it's growing faster than you think. This applies to taking action. If you focus on doing the right thing every day, even in small ways, you'll find that your progress is accelerating. The compound effect is why it's so important to take action every single day. If you can stay consistent and show up, even when it's hard, you'll be amazed at the results. And it doesn't take much. Just a little bit of effort each day, done consistently, will change your life in ways you never imagined. You don't have to do it all today. You don't need to make huge leaps. You just need to take the next step. And when you do that day after day, you'll look back and realize that you've made incredible progress. The power of daily action is that it doesn't require perfection. It doesn't require motivation. It just requires you to keep moving forward, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Because over time, you'll see that all those little steps add up to something extraordinary. So the question isn't whether you can take action, it's whether you will. Every single day, you have a choice. You can either stay stuck waiting for the perfect moment, or you can take action, no matter how small, and start building the future you want. The choice is yours. The power is in your hands. The only thing standing between you and your goals is the decision to take that first step today. Keep going, keep pushing, and trust that the daily actions you take will add up to something amazing. Part 2, overcoming procrastination. You see, most of us are looking for shortcuts, the fast track to success, but that's not how it works. Life doesn't reward us for shortcuts. It rewards us for showing up, for doing the work, day in and day out. The reality is, the longer you put things off, the harder it becomes to take that first step. And the longer you wait, the further you push your goals into the future. The best time to start anything is always now. But the challenge, as we've already discussed, is overcoming the mental blocks. Overcoming the fear, the doubt, the procrastination, the feeling that the task at hand is too big or too overwhelming. This is where most people give up, right before the breakthrough. But you're not like most people. You can rise above that resistance. You can break free from that cycle of procrastination. The trick is to stop focusing on the end result all the time. Yes, it's important to have goals, but if you constantly focus only on the end goal, you might get discouraged by how far away it feels. Instead, shift your focus to what you can do today, not tomorrow, not next week. Right now. Because today is the only day that counts. I've said it before, you don't need a massive, life-altering change overnight. What you need is consistent, daily progress. It's about taking one step at a time. Every single action, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goal. And as you build this habit of consistent action, you will see how much closer you are to your dreams. Another important thing to remember is this: Your results are not determined by one big decision or one monumental effort. They are determined by your ability to show up and take action on a regular basis. This is where people often miss the mark. They think that success comes from doing something huge once in a while. But in reality, it's those small daily actions that compound and lead to success. If you've ever heard someone say that success is a marathon, not a sprint, that's what they mean. Each action you take, even the smallest one, builds momentum. And when momentum starts working in your favor, it becomes a powerful force. You don't have to push so hard. It gets easier because the momentum is doing some of the work for you. So what do you do when you feel overwhelmed? You don't try to do everything at once. You break it down into smaller pieces and you commit to doing just one thing today. It could be something as simple as making a phone call or writing a few sentences or getting to the gym for Arcer's minutes. That's it. You don't need to do it all at once. What matters is that you start today. I understand how easy it is to let distractions creep in. Life is full of things that can pull your attention away from what matters most. But if you want to succeed, you have to be ruthless with your time. Every day is an opportunity to move closer to your goals. Every day is an opportunity to build the life you want. And every time you take action, you're building the foundation for success. You've heard the saying, you are what you repeatedly do. This is true. Your habits define who you are. If you consistently take action, if you consistently show up, you'll eventually become someone who takes action without thinking about it. It'll be second nature to you. Action won't feel like a choice anymore. It'll feel like something you just do. Now, think about what happens when you take consistent action over weeks, months, and even years. What might feel like a slow start at first will begin to build momentum. You'll start seeing progress. You'll start seeing the results of your efforts. And here's the beautiful part. Once you start to see progress, it fuels you to take even more action. The more you do, the more confident you become. And the more confident you become, the more likely you are to keep taking action. This is the power of the compound effect. Small actions, repeated daily, accumulate into something massive. Don't underestimate the power of consistency. One day, you'll look back and realize that all those small steps, all those little actions have brought you farther than you ever thought possible. And the best part, it never stops. The momentum keeps building. And with that momentum, you can achieve far more than you could ever imagine. But there's another side to this, a crucial point that can't be ignored: the importance of doing something every day, even when you don't feel like it. That's where real growth happens. It's easy to take action when you're feeling motivated, but motivation doesn't last. It's fleeting. That's why discipline is so important. The true test of your commitment to your goals is what you do when you're not feeling inspired. When you push through the resistance and do the work anyway, even if you don't feel like it, that's when you build character. That's when you build the resilience that will carry you through tough times. The key to success isn't just about taking action. It's about taking action consistently, even when it's hard. Because guess what? It's always going to be hard. The challenges will never disappear completely. But your ability to push through, to keep going even when it's tough, that's what sets successful people apart from everyone else. Let me share a simple truth. The journey to your goals is going to be filled with ups and downs. There will be days when you feel on top of the world, and there will be days when you feel like quitting. But the ones who succeed are the ones who don't give up. They take action no matter what. They trust the process and keep moving forward. They understand that success doesn't come from one big breakthrough, but from the accumulation of small sectors. So what does this mean for you? It means that your next step is already in front of you. Right now, you have the ability to choose to take action, and all it takes is one small, simple step. That's it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be impressive, but it needs to be done. You have the power to turn your dreams into reality, not through one giant leap, but through consistent daily action. It's the small steps, the ones you take every day, that lead to big results. And when you commit to that kind of action, when you make it a part of who you are, you'll find that nothing can stop you. The future you want is waiting for you, and it's built through the actions you take today. Part 3, the importance of self-motivation. There's something profound about the act of showing up each day, even when you don't feel like it. The most successful people in the world, the ones who've truly achieved greatness, are not the ones who were necessarily the smartest or the luckiest. They are the ones who were willing to take daily action, regardless of the circumstances. They understood that success isn't about grand gestures or overnight transformations. It's about the day-to-day effort that compounds over time. Think about it for a moment. The real power of daily action lies in its consistency. It's not about how hard you can push on a single day, but about how much you can commit to doing on the days when you'd rather skip it. It's easy to work hard when you're feeling inspired, but the true test is doing the work when you're tired, when distractions are everywhere, and when your motivation is nowhere to be found. Here's the reality. Motivation is not something you can rely on. It comes and goes, but discipline is what keeps you moving forward. Discipline means showing up when it's not convenient, when it's not exciting, and when you're not feeling motivated. But here's the good news. The more you make action a habit, the less you'll rely on motivation. In fact, there will come a time when you won't even need to think about it anymore. Action, the way to build that discipline is to stop overcomplicating things. You don't need to make everything perfect. Don't worry about getting it all right. What matters is that you're doing something. The trick is to focus on progress, not perfection. Progress is what keeps you moving forward. Perfection, on the other hand, is a trap that will keep you stuck in a cycle of overthinking and inaction. Imagine if every day, no matter how small, you simply took one action toward your goal. Maybe it's writing a few sentences, making a phone call, getting out of bed, Sancer's minutes earlier, or eating a healthier meal. You don't need to do everything at once. You don't have to overhaul your entire life in a single day. Just start with one action. And then the next day, do the same thing again. If you can make that a daily habit, you'll start to see the results. But here's the thing that most people miss. The actions you take today are setting the stage for tomorrow. Your future is being built in the present moment. If you want to change your life, you don't have to wait for some big shift to happen. The shift is already happening right now in the small decisions you make and the actions you take. Each small choice adds up over time, and eventually, you'll wake up to a completely different reality. When you look back months or years from now, you'll see that the person you are today is the result of all the small decisions you made along the way. The habit of showing up each day, even when you didn't feel like it, will have transformed you into someone capable of achieving everything you once dreamed of. But you don't get there by focusing only on the big picture. You get there by focusing on the small daily actions that move you forward. This is where the compound effect truly shines. At first, it can feel like you're not making any progress. You're doing the same things over and over again, and the results seem small. But over time, those small actions add up, and they compound into something far greater than you ever imagined. The compound effect is powerful because it works whether you realize it or not. The choices you make today will multiply over time, and the results will speak for themselves. It's easy to get discouraged when progress feels slow. But think about a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's small and insignificant, But as it keeps rolling, it picks up more snow, gaining size and speed. Over time, that small snowball becomes a force of nature. That's what your daily actions are doing for you. Every day you take action, you're adding to that snowball, and eventually it becomes something powerful. Another important part of this journey is learning how to handle setbacks. No journey is without its challenges. You're going to encounter roadblocks. There will be days when you fail, when you fall short, when things don't go as planned. That's just part of the process. What matters is how you respond to those setbacks. You have to be willing to get back up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Setbacks are not the end of the road, they're just temporary obstacles. What truly matters is how you continue to show up day after day in spite of them. There's a saying that failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. Each failure is simply a lesson, an opportunity to learn and grow. It's the daily action, even in the face of failure, that ultimately leads to success. So when you face setbacks, don't let them derail you. Instead, use them as fuel to keep moving forward. Remember, the only way to guarantee failure is to quit. If you keep taking action, even in the face of adversity, you will eventually succeed. The key is to keep showing up day after day, no matter what. But the world rewards those who are persistent, those who keep moving forward even when the path gets tough. It's that kind of resilience, that kind of commitment to action, that leads to breakthroughs. And here's the most powerful part of all. The more you take action, the more you build confidence in yourself. Confidence doesn't come from reading self-help books or watching motivational videos. Confidence comes from doing. It comes from taking action, even when you don't feel like it, and seeing the results of your efforts. With each step you take, you prove to yourself that you are capable. You prove that you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. So ask yourself, what action can you take today? It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be something that moves you forward. And then, when tomorrow comes, you do it again. And then the next day, and the next. With each day, with each step, you're getting closer to your goals. You're building the life you want, one small action at a time. When you look back months or even years from now, you'll realize that the key to your success was never about waiting for the perfect opportunity, the perfect motivation, or the perfect time. It was about showing up every single day and taking action, no matter how small. And that, my friend, is how you change your life. One step at a time. Keep going, keep moving. Keep showing up. Your future is being built with every action you take, and it's going to be incredible. 4, turning action into habit. When you begin to build this habit of taking consistent action, something incredible starts to happen. You begin to trust the process. You stop second-guessing yourself. You stop waiting for perfect conditions because you realize that perfection isn't necessary for progress. You start to understand that the only thing standing between you and your goals is your own ability to take action every day. And the more you do it, the more you begin to realize that it's not about how fast you go, it's about how consistently you show up. This is where the real power lies. So many people waste time waiting for motivation, waiting for inspiration to strike, waiting for that right moment when everything will fall into place. But the truth is, waiting for that moment is the biggest trap you can fall into. Because if you keep waiting, you'll be stuck in a loop and nothing will ever change. The moment you stop waiting and start acting is the moment your life begins to shift. It doesn't matter how small the action is. Whether you send an email, read a page of a book, or make that one phone call, it's all progress. And the more you show up, the more you'll build that momentum, and that's when things start to move. It might not seem like much at first, but over time, you'll see the results stacking up. You'll look back and realize that all those small, seemingly insignificant actions have led to a massive transformation. Here's the beauty of consistency. It doesn't matter how long it takes. What matters is that you don't give up. The journey is not a sprint. It's a marathon. A long, steady process of showing up every day, pushing through resistance, and keeping your eyes focused on the prize. It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like, but the truth is, you're never as far away as you think. The key is to keep going. What you don't realize in the early stages of pursuing your goals is that every action, every step forward is creating a foundation for something much bigger than you can see right now. Those small actions are building your skill, building your knowledge, and building your resilience. And over time, you'll have a deep reservoir of experience and strength that will propel you towards success. And don't underestimate the power of doing the work, even when you don't see immediate results. Often, success doesn't show up right away. Sometimes it takes months or even years of effort before you start to see any real change. That's why so many people give up too soon. They don't see the immediate payoff, so they assume the effort is wasted. But it's not. The work you're doing today, the work you're putting in right now, is building the future you want. It's easy to look at someone who has achieved success and think it happened overnight. But the truth is, it's the result of countless small decisions and actions that added up over time. When you take consistent action, you're building more than just results. You're building a mindset that says, I can do this. I am capable. I don't need the perfect conditions to succeed. I just need to show up and keep going. That mindset is what allows you to overcome setbacks, to keep moving forward when things get tough. It's the foundation of all lasting success. Think about it. Every time you take action, you're proving to yourself that you're in control. That you don't need permission. You don't need motivation. You don't need everything to be perfect. You just need to make the choice to move forward. The more you make that choice, the more confidence you build in yourself. You start to believe that you can do anything because you've already proven that you can take action, even when it's hard. This is where the magic happens. When you're consistent in your actions, you'll begin to notice a shift. Your mindset changes, your habits change, your results change. And this transformation doesn't happen because of one big breakthrough moment. It happens because of a thousand small moments where you chose to take action instead of waiting for the perfect conditions. Over time, and you find yourself in a position where you can't even recognize the person you used to be because you've become someone who takes action no matter what. It's easy to focus on the big goals, the long-term dreams, but if you want to get there, you have to start with today. And today, you have the power to take action. You have the power to move yourself forward, even if it's just a tiny step. The key is consistency. The key is showing up, even when you don't feel like it. The key is building the habits that will lead you to success. It's not about taking one giant leap. It's about taking one small step at a time. And when you look back, you'll see that those small steps have taken you further than you ever thought possible. You don't need a miracle. You don't need a stroke of luck. You just need to show up, do the work, and trust the process. The fact is, success is not a result of a single event. It's the result of thousands of decisions to keep going, to keep taking action, to keep moving forward. Moving forward. Those small, everyday actions are what turn ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. It's not about making huge changes in your life overnight. It's about showing up every single day and doing something, anything, that moves you toward your goals. The moment you stop relying on motivation and start relying on your own discipline to keep going, you unlock a whole new level of success. Motivation will come and go. But discipline, consistency, and commitment, those are the real drivers of achievement. And the best part? The more you take action, the more you build those habits. The more you build those habits, the less effort it takes. And the less effort it takes, the more natural it becomes to keep going. So make the decision right now. Decide that you will take action today. And then do it again tomorrow. And the next day, and the day after that. Each action is a brick in the foundation of your success. And over time, that foundation will become unshakable. So take action, stay consistent, and watch how your life begins to transform one small step at a time. Because at the end of the day, it's not the grand gestures or the massive leaps that change everything. It's the daily actions done with persistence and commitment that lead to lasting success. Part 5, the compound effect. As you continue to take consistent action, there's something important that begins to happen. You start to develop a deeper sense of trust in yourself. Trust is the foundation of everything. Trust in your ability to make decisions, trust in your ability to handle challenges, and trust in your ability to achieve your goals. This trust isn't built overnight, and it isn't built on big, flashy moments. It's built on the small, everyday actions you take, no matter how insignificant they may seem at the time. This trust is what allows you to move forward with confidence, even when the path is unclear. It's what helps you push through moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. The more you take action, the more you reinforce your belief in yourself. And the stronger your belief in yourself becomes, the easier it is to take action. You begin to realize that success isn't about having all the answers right away. It's about being willing to step into the unknown, take that first step, and trust that the next step will appear as you continue to move forward. Think about it. Every action you take is a vote for your future. Each time you show up, each time you decide to do the work, you're casting a vote for the person you're becoming. And with every action, you build a little more evidence that you can do this. Every time you push through fear, every time you fight the urge to procrastinate, every time you make the hard choice to stay consistent, you're proving to yourself that you're capable. You're proving that you can keep going even when the road gets tough. And that belief in yourself, that inner strength, becomes one of your greatest assets. Over time, you'll notice that things start to shift. Not just externally, though your results will begin to speak for themselves, but internally as well. You'll become someone who is no longer waiting for the perfect moment. You'll become someone who makes the most of every moment. You'll stop putting things off and start taking action as a matter of habit. You'll stop waiting for motivation to come knocking on your door, because you'll understand that the real motivation comes from doing the work, not waiting for it to appear. But let's be clear, even with all the action, even with all the discipline, there will still be days when things don't go according to plan. There will still be moments when you feel like quitting, when the road seems too long, when the task ahead seems insurmountable. And that's okay. It's all part of the process. The key is not to give up when those days come. The key is to keep going, even when things aren't perfect. It's to remind yourself that every action, no matter how small, is a step toward progress. And even the setbacks, even the failures, are just stepping stones along the way. What separates those who succeed from those who give up is their ability to keep moving forward, even when they don't feel like it, even when the results aren't immediate, even when the journey feels slow. Success is built on resilience, on the ability to show up day after day, to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And over time, that resilience compounds. The more you show up, the stronger your resolve becomes. The more you push through, the more you build the mental toughness that will carry you through life's challenges. And let's talk about that resilience for a moment, because resilience isn't something you're born with, something you develop over time. It's something that grows through the practice of taking action, even in the face of obstacles. The more you practice resilience, the more you strengthen your ability to bounce back from setbacks. The more you practice taking action, even when things aren't easy, the more you build the kind of mental toughness that will help you overcome anything life throws your way. When you look back on the path you've traveled, you'll see that it wasn't the huge breakthroughs that made the difference. It wasn't the one moment when everything fell into place. It was the everyday choices, the small, consistent actions, the decision to keep going no matter how hard it was. And that's what makes success inevitable. The fact that you've decided that no matter what happens, you're going to keep moving forward. This is how you start to build real, lasting change in your life. You stop waiting for a magic moment, a perfect opportunity, or the perfect time to start. You start right where you are with whatever you have. You take one step, then another, then another. And slowly that momentum builds. Slowly those small actions turn into something bigger. Slowly you begin to see the results of all that effort. And this is the beauty of daily action. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. It doesn't matter how small the step is. It just matters that you take it. And when you do, you're reinforcing the habit of action, and that habit will eventually become a part of who you are. You won't have to think about it anymore. It won't feel like a chore or a struggle. It will just be what you do. It's not about waiting for the stars to align. It's about making the choice to take action right now, in this moment. And once you make that choice, once you take that first step, you've already won half the battle, because momentum is powerful, and momentum will carry you forward even when you don't feel like it. When you take daily action, you also start to create a cycle of positive reinforcement. The more action you take, the more progress you make. The more progress you make, the more confident you become. The more confident you become, the easier it is to take more action. It becomes a self-perpetuating cycle. Each action feeds into the next, and over time, you build a life that reflects the consistency of your efforts. But don't be fooled by how simple this sounds. The process of taking consistent action, day in and day out, is not always easy. It requires discipline, it requires focus, and it requires patience. But if you can commit to showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, you will create something extraordinary. Because the person you become in the process of consistent action is the key to unlocking everything you desire in life. You don't need to wait for permission to take action. You don't need to wait for the right time. The right time is now. So make the choice, take the first step, and then the next one, and the next one after that. Before you know it, you'll look back and see that the life you've always dreamed of is no longer a distant goal. It's your reality, built one small action at a time. Remember, the road to success is not a straight line. There will be detours, there will be obstacles, and there will be moments when you doubt yourself. But the key is to keep moving forward, no matter what. Keep showing up, keep taking action, because each step, each small action is another piece of the puzzle. And when you look back, you'll see that it was those small, consistent steps that led you to the life you were meant to live.